Görüşürüz. Welcome everyone to our match tonight. Joining us tonight in the Faceit Rec League, we have the University of North Texas B team versus Drexel Gold. We have the map bans set out for you here already. Starting off, we had North Texas banning out Theme Park, with Drexel banning out Consulate. North Texas decided to take us to map 1 on Cafe, with Drexel taking the defensive side, and with Clubhouse being our map 2 picked by Drexel, with North Texas on the attack. To round out our map bans, we had Coastline and Villa banned by the two teams, leaving us on a good old-fashioned game of Oregon as our decider. Solid 3 maps to start the series off. Now, our rosters are as following. On North Texas B, we have J-Ram, Choj, Lemonberry, Hercules, and Gogart, with Drexel Gold being B4, Wolf, Toji, Big Ol L, and Alfie has actually been subbed out for this match. In his place, it is Strike Destiny. So those will be our rosters for this evening. Now we are just waiting for everyone to be ready in the chat, and we will get this match underway. North Texas actually coming into this off a game. Actually, both of these teams coming into this off a game win. Both teams 2-0'd their last match, with Akron being the loser of the UNT match and Drexel beating out Carleton. Both teams are actually playing with a sub. Choj has subbed in for Ramo on UNT, so it is the battle of the subs. Who will do better? That is what we are here to find out from both of these teams. Just waiting on a final ready from each team, and then we will get this match underway. I am your caster, Jagged. Glad all of y'all can come out to make the game tonight. We have ours in the chat. Let us get to the game. We will be starting our match on Cafe, just to see what, hopefully we will see what our operator bans are. Starting off the ban phase, we have Drexel banning off Thatcher. A pretty universal ban, to be honest. We will see him out of commission for the next up to 15 rounds. Let's see what our defense ban, or our next attack ban will be. Capital coming out on Cafe. Not coming out on Cafe, rather. From the University of North Texas. Very interesting ban. You don't really see him all too often, but those firebolts can be very deadly. Mira also coming off the board in tow. Pretty common on a lot of maps. I'd say Cafe isn't necessarily her strongest map, though she is useful for that reading defense. Well, my being the final ban, Pixel going to be a little bit harder to hold upstairs. Let's get into the action. Starting off, Piers will be going to the 3rd floor bars. Now, nothing wrong with that. Everyone loves that site, so it seems. Coming out immediately, we have a Mozzie being 6-picked off to the mute. Very interesting. I think the Mozzie is a great addition to any top floor defense, any addition to any great defense. I just like playing Mozzie, you know. Yeah, so our attack is pretty standard from the University of North Texas. You have your Ace and your Habana, both of your ranged hard breachers coming out for this attack. Going to be very nice for coming out on the players. Very unfortunate. My controller has stopped working. Wow, this is... Not exactly sure what the controls are for the mouse and keyboard, rather, because my controller has all of a sudden stopped. So we'll be watching this from a top point of view until I figure this out. You see Ace coming up the side. Looks like it will be a quick move up to the top from the University of North Texas. You have your Ash be breaching charges to open up that hatch for them. It's interesting, your tab key also does that. Some quick air jab work coming out from the University of North Texas. Onto the red stairs. Drone work coming out. Malusi's set in the bar. Malusi's actually playing Pixel now. It's 2 ADSs on her toe. Protect that shield of hers. There we go. I figured out how to get us in. Ash charge coming out to take out the first Banshee. With Ace now pushing into the piano very aggressively, actually. Meanwhile, you have your Jaeger below. That is really unfortunate. First kill goes out from the Malusi onto the Ace. That's one of your hard breachers down, as well as the Diffuser. Very aggressive play coming out right now from the University of North Texas. Has not really paid off. Neither of the ADSs has been burnt. However, the ADSs might be a little bit too far back. Jaeger waiting on his chance to strike. And the smoke is just holding off on the bathroom side. Zofia currently just swinging the bar. Meanwhile, your Ash and your Zoe are still trying to get rid of that shield. Meanwhile, your Habana will actually get rid of the Malusi, so there is a trade back in favor of University of North Texas. Ash getting very aggressive on that shield. Habana is going to open up that wall. You have 2 players stacked on tarps, and this smoke is still playing bathroom. Jaeger is still waiting on his time to strike on the back. Knows that air jab is there. Mute's going to take a lot of damage. Choji's is going to take out the smoke of B4, leaving down into a 4v3. The plant's actually going down. Choji's is now pushed up all the way into freezer with Nomad holding from Gart holding off in the cigar lounge. Kill on the Maestro coming out from Cho. Just now a 4v2, 4v1 make that. Jaeger now in the clutch. Gets the first kill in his clutch, but Will has not gotten the second yet. Has not died either. Will get the second. It's now a 1v2. This is extremely doable. With 25 seconds left, he's got the third. All of a sudden, it's left up to Gart versus Strike in a 1v1. And he will get the clutch. What a way to start the game. Strike in the 1v4 will get the clutch to start it off. What a way to start this game off. Very aggressive attack coming out from the University of North Texas, and it was working for them very well. They brought it into a post play in a 4v1 after the kill coming out in freezer from Choj. Honestly, at that point, they were not aware of the Jaeger flanking. I couldn't tell if he had come up white or if he had continued to come up red after shooting the air jab. But regardless, they were not keeping eyes on the Jaeger with a flank drone, and it costed them the round. We'll be coming out to round number 2 now, onto kitchen service with a 6-pick off the Valk onto the Bandit, trying to go for a little bit of double denial. Same lineout coming out from the attackers. That lineup honestly isn't really that bad. If anything, I would bring a sledge instead of a I take the sledge instead of a Zoe, honestly, in this round, because you need the air jabs for the rotations. Having the 2 hard breaches is really nice because it gives you that backup, and the Ash just brings more explosive power to the table. than the Zoe. Be interesting to see if this bandit attempts to trick this wall or if he is just going to place and forget about his utility, as basically almost all the operators do except the smoke. Starting off the attack, we have a few players spawning outside in the market spawn, moving up to the bakery. Will it be a top-down push or will it just be a simple bakery take? Let's find out. It does look like there is actually some top presence as well. Toji is playing on the top floor, while there are some players, now 2 players from the University of North Texas on the roof. It appears the Ash and the Habana are now on the roof, going to try to take top down, while the other 3 take the bakery. And Choji's actually in bakery already. Very interesting. There is nothing stopping them. They didn't really have any like, there was nothing really like in their way. They kind of just had free access, and you know, drones are trying to go in through prep. Obviously, the first one got shot, I believe, from what it sounded like. Smoke is waiting here behind a shield. The prep wall is now open. Will not be the safest place to access. Before is being really cautious and biding his time behind the shield very patiently. He's aware that there could be someone coming from above. However, there is now been droned out. The Jaeger has been. Strike now on the run into train. He's aware that he's been droned. There's Ash and a Habana, and there you go. The Habana has taken him out. Opening pick going to North Texas once again. Hercules not exactly aware, I guess, that you can switch the Habana between 6 and 4, so you use less pellets. Small waste of utility. You know, it just is like that sometimes for players that don't really understand. Second kill coming out from Choj. He now has control, and a third coming out. Third kill of the round coming out from North Texas. 2 on the back of Choj, 1 on the back of Hercules. It's now a 4v2 once again. Choj is aware there is a guy flanking, but not exactly aware where it is. Gart will get B4. All of a sudden, it's now left to Choj, and Choj will get the 3rd kill onto Toji. That is the round for North Texas. Choj really coming into this game and just brute forcing the attack on his back. He's been coming in, there's been drones, he's been getting kills, and he's just not stopping so far. Really good couple rounds coming out from Choj as well as the rest of UNT. Albeit the first round, they kind of threw. Going back to Kitchen, it looks like there is a little bit of a lineup shake in the defense. We now have a Castle on the board. I think that's very interesting. Buck was originally shown by the University of North Texas, but it's onto the Habana again. The Habana obviously for the Kitchen hatch, but I did like the Buck pick. Maybe you should have taken the Zofia away, given the Zofia the Habana. But that's just my thinking, because if you want to get some proper control, you really need to get some upstairs control. Other than that, it looks like this attack will be somewhat the same, and the defense will be pretty much structured the same way as well. Castle will be castling off some of this area downstairs just to try to get some control under their belt. The player of the Malusi did die in Coat last time, so I'm not really sure that Castle will help them out, or hurt them rather. But I do like the adaptation coming out from Drexel Gold. It shows that they are willing to adapt, they are willing to learn and figure out what the root of their problem is and try to fix that. Banshees are in a good place. You have one on the red stairs there. You now have 2 players playing inside a bakery. I like this adaptation, because last round 3 players were able to just walk in through bake. Now you have your Smoke playing in bake with what appears to be 2 ADSs, if not a third. I can't see a third yet. So your Nomad and your Sophia are looking to get into small bake, while Ash and Habana are still on the top floor looking to clear top down again. The biggest question is, where is the ace right now? I believe he is still on drone while being in spawn. It looks like it is going to be a full top clear from the University of North Texas coming out. Ace now off drone, trying to come help his team. Spam through the garage wall just to see if he can catch anyone off. Unaware, but there is actually a Malusi in this garage, running back to VIP now. He will not join them just yet. But Lemonberry already in the map, already pushing his way down to the second floor. Some drones ahead of him just to try to clear as they go. I like this droning and this entry from Lemonberry. Even if he hasn't gotten a kill, UNT is proving that they know how to clear. Hercules, once again, not exactly knowing that you can switch between 6 and 4, but we'll get the hatch open regardless. Gart will be the first kill, actually. The Malusi I talked about in VIP earlier will get off on the Nomad. And a swing coming out from the Jaeger. J-Ram saving Choge's life, and Choge getting the Malusi. 2 kills back in the favor of North Texas, and now they'll have a 3 to 4 man lead. First smoke babe coming out. Not exactly sure what happened to it, but it got thrown. Hercules on the hatch. All 4 of them sitting on the back side of this site. You have Lemonberry sitting. They are going for a freezer side take, whiskey side take. And really they have everything they need. They are aware that there's a player sitting in the hallway, or in the bunker rather. However, Strike will trade out the Ash. So you're back down to a 3v3, but the health advantage is firmly in Drexel's favor. A hatch drop coming out from Hercules. Will get 1 kill, but immediately traded back by the smoke. 2v2 now. Zofia at incredibly low health. Both players are stuck in the freezer. Not a good place for them to be. J-Ram breathing in some of that smoke will get killed by the Maestro. Now it's down to the Zofia with 1 HP. Will get down by the smoke. I believe they are unaware, so she will try to pick herself back up, but it most likely will not afford anything, and there it is. B4 will close out the round. Somewhat of a sloppy execute for North Texas. I believe they felt a little rushed after they got into the White Hall. Probably should have tried to take some more of that red hallway and try to push in through there. However, the Jaeger coming around of Strike, killing off your Ash, basically took away all your pressure on that side of the map, and it forced all your players in through a freezer funnel, which on this bomb site is the worst way to go out. The freezer, being stuck in the freezer like that is never great, because it makes you completely susceptible to a multitude of angles, with the smoke holding from bunker and the Maestro holding from sandwich. Basically just made them unable to move. They were basically just monkeys in a barrel. Packed like sardines in the freezer, really unable to move. Back up to the top now from Drexel, and we will have basically the same lineup as their first time on here. I believe there will be a shield with some ADSs placed inside of Pixel. We'll most likely be playing it. Bubble going down on the stage just to try to watch, see who pushes in through the piano wall. Overall, this setup pretty default and nothing too special about it. It looks like this other bubble is going to go down in the corner of trash there on that wall. I like that bubble. It's in a somewhat of an off spot, so it allows them to actually allows them to see default pretty easily, and it may not be spotted out until it's too late. But I like the thought process behind it. Let's see how North Texas begin to attack this round. Down to 2-1 on Cafe Attack. Honestly, they're really not in that bad of a place. You want on this map, you would like to get 2 rounds. 3 is a really nice place to sit. And anything above that, you're looking really good for your defensive half. First thought, we'll have your Habana, it looks like, trying to open up the wall potentially. Gonna go for a breach onto the piano wall, waiting for the go-ahead from his teammates. I'm assuming there's a meat jammer on the wall, so your Ash is going to have to shoot that off real quick. Look at that, there it is. Shot. Gart is currently watching the skylight, waiting for someone to peek him. So far, so good for the North Texas attack. Quick entry into piano. No one's playing below, it looks like, but however, they do see the bubble. Bubble will be destroyed. One Ash Charge down. Actually, 2 Ash Charges down. I'm not sure what the first one was. Maybe it was a Banshee inside of Cigar. But the Melusi is playing there. ADS is not properly positioned with that shield in order to deny the Ash Charge. So, really poor placed utility there from the side of Drexel Gold. Allowed that Ash Charge to just get rid of that shield with no repercussions. No utility wasted on the ADSs. Just a shield destroyed. Choj being a spearhead once again, getting the opening kill on the Wolfmaster. That's your mute. I do not know if he's aware of the smoke. He tries, he swings, does not get the kill, however. B4 takes about a little under half of his HP. But that is your spearhead on your attack down. JRAM will trade one onto Strike. That is your Jaeger. So you're now in a 4v3 in favor of North Texas with Lemonberry at very low HP, sub 20. Getting the default camp taken care of. That's very important stuff. Should be day 1 knowledge. But now the rest of the defenders are sitting back. Pericles is believing there's going to be a flank, but it does not look like there is. JRM going now for the plant, and all of a sudden your Maestro dead. Oh, but big ol' L on the Melusi gets the refrag. Now it's a 3v2 post plant down. Where have we seen this before? JRM's actually going below just to watch the diffuser. I like this play from him. B4 has now been down by Guard, and Pericles will get the final kill onto the Melusi. North Texas will take the round, evening our score at 2-2. North Texas really good about getting these plants down on this top floor. They like taking their map control. They like getting the plant down. It's something that I've noticed so far throughout this match. They are very objective oriented, and they're not a team that simply tries to frag out. Be going back upstairs again for the 3rd time this half from Drexel Blue. Honestly, kind of surprised they aren't trying to go for more of a like a tertiary site. Maybe try a reading and dining, or if you're big brain enough, maybe try a mining and dining. Sledge pick coming off of the board onto the Habana by Pericles. I believe they think that this is still going to be a top floor defense, but a Cade and a Bandit both coming out instead of a Mute this round from Drexel Blue. But you do keep the Melusi. This Melusi is a very big part of what appears to be Drexel's attack, but we will see this round if the defenders can place a utility well this time around. But I'm going to be very interested to see where these Cades go, as well as these Bandit batteries. I'm assuming the Bandit batteries, most likely, or maybe the Cade charge will go here in the freezer to try to get... Oh my, what was that? Was that a Bandit battery that just got destroyed? It was... Again, poor utility placement and awareness from the defense. One Bandit battery now destroyed. Both Cade charges will be going down in the freezer. Honestly, these are very poor Bandit batteries. I don't really know why they're going down where they were. I don't know why that Bandit battery went down there, because that Electric Claw gets it as well. But B4 will give a bit of team damage onto the Jaeger. Already not starting off well. But yeah, just something I've noticed from Drexel Gold is poor utility management on all sides, whether it be that shield placement last round or the Bandit batteries this round. I don't really think they know exactly how to place their stuff. But the University of North Texas will get right on the attack. Choj is playing on the gen, waiting for someone to peek that pixel door. He's waiting for someone to give him a free kill. And if UNT can push the player in pixel back, Choj will be... Ooh. Oh my, what a peek from the big ol' L Melusi, giving Choj a big ol' L. Interesting enough, no walls on the piano walls. Like, no reinforcements on the piano walls. This is a very interesting strat. I think they just didn't reinforce them. They just forgot. But, again, Ash Charge going out, immediately getting the shield. I don't think there was a single ADS over there, actually. I actually don't think there was a single... Gart will get strike, and now all of a sudden your man advantage is now back in the even. This smoke is still playing in the bathroom, but Big Ol' L has retreated down to the white stairs. There just seem to be a lot of walls missing from this setup. I believe they just didn't reinforce a lot of things. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case, if they just forgot, or if it's just lack of time management. But very poor site setup coming out from Drexel. This Nomad getting very aggressive, and 2 kills coming out from Drexel off some very aggressive attack play that just didn't work out because of the Banshee. With your Melusi playing on your white stairs and your Smoke just holding the shotgun in the bathroom door. They have a Havana with all their pellets, but they haven't been able to get any of the electrified walls taken care of. Whether it be because of the Ash being dead or the Zofia being dead, really unsure. But Big Ol' L is going to peek up again, and now all of a sudden it's a 1v4 for Hercules. Will he get the first kill? Does not appear he will. However, Big Ol' L is whiffing like a Big Ol' L. First smoke comes out with 17 seconds left to go. Hercules in a 1v4. Does not appear he will really get anything off of this round. He'll be lucky if he even gets 1 kill. He will not get the kill. Wolf Master will finish out the round for Drexel, and they'll bring their score up to 3-2 on the half. It's a round that they needed to win in order to hopefully stay in this match. Now they have one more round to do so. I believe they can go back to the kitchen, and that's where they will go. Back to the kitchen with them, hopefully to try to adapt on what helped them win their last kitchen defense. They are bringing the castle back. I think that's a good choice. The buck coming out from Hercules. I don't know if he's just going to show it, or if he is going to 6 off of it. He is going to 6 off of it. I'm assuming back to the Habana again once more. No, he's actually going to a sledge. I'm glad that they're bringing some vertical destruction. This is something that they've been missing pretty much the entire match. And it's Cade being 6-picked off of the Melusi. I think it's an interesting play. The Melusi has definitely helped them out, but they needed the wall. They do need the wall denial there. Let's see how these castles go. But yes, so the play coming out from the sledge I think is very important, because the attack has been needing, especially on the kitchen. The last time they played kitchen, they got very forced into a corner in the freezer drop. And so they needed something to help alleviate that pain. And having this sledge available allows them to start opening up above the site and potentially get a pick or 2 before going for their execute. And hopefully this time they are not left in a 2v2 with low health inside of a freezer, because that won't really end well from again. But I like this site setup so far from what I'm seeing. Their red walls, again, are unreinforced. I think they're just really, like, the one thing I've noticed is Drexel's just, like, really bad at reinforcing. So you have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm assuming 8. You're still missing 2. Chose will get the first kill onto strike. There's a Jaeger playing inside a bakery. However, there is still a player, if the Smoke, playing inside a bakery. I believe they are aware that he has ADSs there. So someone is going to need to come burn them, particularly Gart will need to come burn them. But he is currently on drone joining at the bakery itself. So they have been made aware there are ADSs. He's just waiting from a peek from the Smoke. Meanwhile, on the roof, Hercules and Lemonberry are just going in and being very aggressive on this clear again, while this shield is still trying to get taken care of. You have one ADS burnt, but I think there's still a second one. Oh, there is not actually. Smoke. Oh, the second ADS was misplaced, so it would not hold the shield. The Smoke. One Smoke coming out, gonna take a damage off of Gogart. Meanwhile, though, but your Ash and your Sledge are already like above in train and mining. They have full vertical control. Nothing to stop them. Really important for them to get that out. Choj will get the kill onto the Smoke of B4. And that they're looking for any cams that might be in the wall. Minute 19, they have a 5-3 man advantage. They're looking really good for North Texas so far. See if the site presence, these anchors from Drexel Gold can hold out. Bubble being taken out inside of prep by the Zoe. And now we are left with some hunkering defenders one in freezer. Jaron going to take a lot of damage. Big Ol' L going to take out Choj as a good frag to get. Your Spearhead now taken out. Trade comes out. Hercules to take out Wolf and Toji to take out Gart. You're now left in a technical 1v3 for Big Ol' L. And it looks like UNT is going to take this to even the half. They're aware of his positioning. Lemonberry is holding the rotate. However, Toji is going to get picked up. Is now a 2v2 with the bomb going down, a 2v3. However, Pericles is going to take out Big Ol' L. It's all left up to the Maestro of Toji. I believe Lemonberry should get this frag as the Maestro tries to rotate, however. Let's see if he's going to stand in front, and he will, and Lemonberry will get the final kill onto Toji. North Texas will take the attacking half 3-3, and a very comfortable spot going into their defensive half. The strategy coming out there from Drexel Blue wasn't really that bad. I believe, to start off the round, your Jaeger got a little bit too aggressive going on peeking that double door like that. He cost him his life very early, and it costed you a manpower. Left your smoke alone in Bakery to die, which normally, sometimes would happen. Maybe not a smoke per se, but it did leave a player to die in Bakery, but he did not get a single frag out of it. So he may have wasted a minute or so, but he didn't get any damage, any frag, and now all of a sudden you're down 2 players with a full 5-man up on the attack squad. You're not really looking too good if you're the defenders there. Starting off the defensive half for North Texas, they'll be going to the bar site, bringing a Maestro Malusi, Valk, Smoke, and Jaeger. Pretty standard lineup. I like the Valkyrie pick the first time it's coming out in this match. Cams are going to be very useful for the information game. This map is very known for. Off the bat, it does appear that North Texas is a little bit better at reinforcing than Drexel is. I'm already counting. What is that? I think I know. I think, are they going to do they have a second shield? They don't, but they're just going to leave one of the bathroom walls soft. Interesting. I kind of like it. See, with ADSs, they are being put in a better position by North Texas. Allows for them to actually catch projectiles, unlike Drexel's, where they were just completely ignored. Meanwhile, your attack is now on the board. You have a pretty standard lineup from them, noting no secondary hard breacher. You're just running the ace. You're just running the Habana with no ace, but you are running a sledge that gives you some nades and it gives you some soft destruction more. They have plenty of explosive power to deal with all of the tricks and everything that the University of North Texas is bringing. Pericles will be playing here in Pixel. There are currently 3 players stacked on that red hatch, if I read that right. Here we saw that Wolf does know actually how to switch the Havana pellets from 6 to 4 to 2. Unlike Pericles on North Texas, they're just trying to decide which side of the wall they really want to open. All 5 are just dropped. All 5 are stationed above red hatch. They're just all dropping there for some reason. You have 3 inside of red already, 1 on the roof droning, and the Habana on the roof opening the wall. Very aggressive play from Drexel. Not exactly sure if it'll work, but they are going to take out this first Banshee, their first barrier into piano control. However, Pericles is trying to be ready for them, and now here comes the push through into piano. They are aware of their presence. 1 ADS goes out and nothing. C4 will come out from Lemonberry. That will take out your sledge, 2 nades down, and half your health off your Zofia, and Strike will take a lot of damage. He is now sub 50 as well. First ADS will go out. Shield miss. Wow. That's just incredible. Shield will finally be taken out after all the utility has been burnt by the defenders. The Jaeger is still alive, however. He is dropped back to the staircase. However, but now he's taken practically all the HP off of the Ash. B4 will get chose, so your Malusi is dead, that's your hard carry gone. But Pericles is in that same category. Will get the kill on the Toji. That was your Zofia, who was already at half health, but now you're sent to your 1 HP Ash and your Nomad. They're completely out of utility. There goes your Ash. It goes all up to your Nomad player. Full HP, 2 air jabs, 1v3. Not impossible, but with 30 seconds left, you're going to have to get a big move on. My voice is doubled up. Not really sure why it's echoing, but also I don't have a delay, that's not bad. But Gart will finish off the kill onto B4. We'll get down in the process, but North Texas up 4-3 after the half. We'll be going down now to kitchen and service. Starting off with UNT on the kitchen.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Barricade up!
Camera activated. Camera initiated. Activate camera.
To go. 5 seconds left.
Immediate line of fire.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
But yes, we are now into the round number 8. The University of North Texas up 4-3. We'll see a somewhat of a roam now going on with the University of North Texas on the second and third floor with the Valk and the Jaeger. All of Drexel Gold is going to start on the roof and try to do a top down. We're starting with that sledge, going onto drone. It looks like they're all going to either try to drop red again. Looks like 3 of them dropping red immediately. Going into piano. Very quick take. However, Lemonberry is currently waiting in the bathroom. Has been put out. Big ol' L will take out first. So Jaeger is now down. And Lemonberry now needs to get back to site and save his life. He is being chased by the Ash. Will do a lot of damage to Strike. Will not get the kill. They are aware that he is now in reading, I believe.
Ready to freeze!
I don't know if they will act upon it, but they are aware that he is in reading. Cam's coming out from Choj. Ash now droning, reading to try to confirm the location of the Valkyrie, seeing he has not gone down the stairs. They are fully aware that he is stuck in reading. Will be traded out by the Nomad. 2-man advantage for Drexel Gold. And now the site reconstruction has... 5-man up for Drexel Gold with a minute 20 left in the round. They're looking very good on their second attack. Getting a lot of this area above the backside of the site opened up. Last electric call going out from Choj, actually, as he is trying to prevent some walls from being opened. Recharge coming out from the Sophia will take out that electric call though, so this hatch will be free to open up. Good old angled in hand cam from the castle. Big ol' L will take out Choj, Mr. K dead. Now a 4v2 for North Texas, but not looking good in this round. We'll have to adapt in a later round most likely. Gart and JRAM completely separated across the multitude of the sites, while their attack is slowly getting ready to strike and strengthen. Lots of red pressure coming in. I think they are aware that someone is playing bunker. JRAM is not in a good place. Here comes the Ash. Ash will get killed. The Nomad will get killed. 2 kills out for JRAM. It's now a 1v2 for Gart, which is completely doable if he is aware that where the bomb is going to go down. Big ol' L should be holding the position. And he is, but he misses almost all of his shots and gets saved by the last bullet in his gun. If he misses that bullet, I do believe that the Ash or that the ace planting there dies, and possibly a chance for Gart to clutch that round. However, though, Drexel will take that round off the back of the sledge, covering the planter. Is now a 4-4 game. UNT will be going back to kitchen service, trying to figure out where it went wrong and how to adjust. Same lineup, almost the same lineup coming out now. No Jaeger, but instead you're bringing a Mute and a Cade to try to deny the entrance into the walls, most likely. Valk, however, will be switched off to the air. So this time, you just don't have a Valkyrie, but you are still bringing that double denial. The attack lineup is the exact same. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Drexel's taking that to heart here. They are going to go ahead and just run it back since it worked last round. Let's see what the attack has decided to do this round. If it's going to stay the same, if it's going to be different. And let's see what the defense has done to try to alleviate the pain that came from last round. Right off the bat, I noticed the mute is now jamming the walls. I believe they had a mute last round, but actually, I could be wrong. Actually, I don't think they did. I don't really know what they did. I know they did. Gart was on mute. I am dumb. I don't really remember what they changed up besides the no Valk.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe there just was no Valk. Maybe I was just dumb. I don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
Overall, site setup, double meat jammer on this prep door to try to deny any drones from coming in. Some pretty default castles coming up. Basically, all the meat jammers are just denying the front side of the map wall-wise. But there is not going to be anyone playing inside a bakery, so they do have bakery 3 if they recognize that. However, they are all just going to go up and head into the top floor and do a clear from the top down. We do what appears to be a roamer on this backside. Cho just playing on the white stairs, very aggressively, waiting for someone to try to come in. He's going to move back to Whiskey and just play in Whiskey. If not coming back into sight, it looks like he's just going to come back into sight. There is no one on the 3rd floor, and they have taken it with great speed, going all the way through and trying to take the 2nd floor now. Lemonberry is playing this Jaeger on the 2nd floor. Most likely will die here, as if he does not get a kill or 2. He is now being trapped inside a dining, whether he knows it or not. He has been droned out, and there's an Ash ready to capture him, take his head. What an excellent room clear from Drexel. Both teams being very effective on their clears, being very fast and very efficient. Now the slides will start opening up above sight, take out the meat jammer on the wall, and that should allow their ace to open it up. He's still on drone, however.
Bomb located by attackers.
So the mute is now rotated in. Big ol' L will take out Choj, so your Cade playing in the back of sight, or in the back. Actually, where did he die exactly? I'm not sure where he died, but I believe it was back on the white stairs side. Again, not exactly sure where he died. Maybe it was through the floor. Okay, that's what it was. We have the top clear coming out from Drexel, doing everything they can to get as many pieces as they can before they attack the site. Down to a 3v5 for North Texas. In a bad predicament once more, and with the site crumbling around them, they really don't have much of an option. It does look like Gart is playing now in Small Bakery, ready to try to take a fight if someone swings around that way. But we do have the Nomad already pushed all the way through Whiskey behind that castle, just trying to cut out a roamer, or not a roamer, but a rotate rather, coming out of the defense. Flashes over the wall, but the Maestro is going to swing out into Whiskey. Very aggressive play that was very much a needed frag from the University of North Texas. However, that is triggered back by Big ol' L, but the Maestro is still here, and he's going to get 2, but not a 3rd.
10 seconds left.
The attack is going to rush into Freezer. After a bunch of that round it just came down to trading each other out with a 2-man advantage coming out from the Drexel Gold team. They just traded their kills out until the end of the round, and that just got them the win. That's really all you have to do to win an attack round like that. When you're up by 2, you just trade out until the round is over. That is 2 rounds in a row now for Drexel Gold. North Texas will be saying, we're done with the kitchen for now. We're going to go back up to the bar where it works. Unlike Drexel, who managed to actually win the kitchen on their 2nd defensive try, North Texas was unable to do so, resulting in now they are back in the behind. So back up to the 3rd floor we will go, bringing out the Mozzie this time on the top floor to try to deny some of the droning that they like to do. They clear very hard. They drone and take very fast. Both teams are very active at that. they do droning and have someone push up right behind that drone, Mozzie Pests are going to deny droning into Cigar from red. Let's see where this last one goes. I'm pretty sure he might keep it in his pocket, trying to catch a drone. Site setup, for the most part, looks pretty similar to what it was the last time we were up here. Banshee's going down in the same spots. But you actually, I like this. I like the addition of this barbed wire here, just to give some notice when someone tries to walk through for the person playing in Pixel. ADS will be put in the same spots. Last attack round on the top floor, for Drexel, they used all of their explosive utility they had left to try to take out the shield. Not exactly sure if that shield is in the right spot, but it does appear that it should be okay with the ADS placements. Last pest will go at the top of white, if not move towards lower white. So it will stay at the top. As we get into the round now, we have the attack going up to the roof once more. As you do, it is Cafe. You open the hatch, bada bing, bada boom. That's how you attack. Drones out for the Nomad and for the Sledge, as they are going to try to get into Cigar. I like this flank watch from Toji holding the garage door one out in case someone tries to get a bright idea and peek.
Get ready for the breach.
Meanwhile, a lot of the defenders just sitting on camps. Choja's playing below right now, trying to go for a C4 on a call out from anyone that might hop into piano. However, there is someone playing on the upper red stairs that might watch out for the flank, and if they're not careful. Oh, what a kill from Chojan. Gart as well, taking out Wolf. Your hard breach off the board. Air jab will come out. That had been shot by the Nomad before she died. There actually was a drone in mining, but no one was on it. There was one in mining and one on train. That could have been prevented if the attack had been on their drone drones watching that. But now, two-man advantage for the attack. Those ADSs, I think, actually, I don't know if those ADSs are in the best place, but chose another kill. It will be. Big ol' L will get a double kill, actually, and all of a sudden it's a 2v3. They're only one man down with a minute 20 left. And they still have 3 explosives. They can take out 3 bulletproof gadgets. The rest of the defenders are playing pretty passive in sight, as the 2 attackers are just trying to get some ground and figure out where they need to push. Smoking point with a shotgun and drops the Ash. It is now a technical 1v3. It'll be finished off by the smoke. Good play with the utility there. Now, Sledge is now sitting at about half health in a 1v3 with 40 seconds to go. He tries to get the first kill. Cannot get it. Gets zapped by the bubble for about 10 HP. Just being zapped all over the place by these evil eyes. He has no idea where he's getting zapped from. He's now down to about 20 HP. 3v1 still with 30 seconds left. It is looking very unlikely that the attack will win this round. Big ol' L is going to be given a big ol' L on the forehead by that bubble if he's not careful. He does get that one. And Gart will finish off the round for North Texas. And we're even at a 5-5. Now heading into the penultimate round, as Parker and Sarah Mackay would like to say, into round number 11. One of these teams will get on to match point, but North Texas will need to either go back to the kitchen or to a tertiary site. They will opt to go back to the kitchen again, but you know, the last couple times they've been, it has not been that successful. They're going to have to do some big changes if they really want to win this site. So far, we have losing the Cade and picking up a Mozzie once again, but this time also picking up the Valk instead of the Castle. It looks like there's going to be more of a roam setup style. Never mind, they are still bringing the Cade, getting off the Valk, but I still believe there's going to be a more roaming style setup from Lemonberry and from Hercules.
Attackers need to
There's
locate
not,
and
then
defuse as
they
many
are really,
bombs as they can.
not Hercules, sorry, from Choj. There needs to be some form of adaptation here if North Texas wants to get on to match point and avoid overtime. Otherwise, they are going to be fighting from behind to make it to overtime in order to win this match. Cade charge going out. Is he trying to do the Cade that will get the hatch as well? He is. I think he will be successful. So when they get the hatch, they'll actually get the hatch as well. Obviously, you know, it's on a soft floor. It can be destroyed pretty easily. But until it does, it makes it a little bit more difficult to open stuff up.
Attackers
Yeah,
must
so it looks like
locate and
we'll have a
defuse the
roam
bomb.
setup coming out from the Mozzie and the Jaeger. So Mozzie has to try to deny some of the droning. Hatch will finally be reinforced at about 10 seconds into the actual round. But now we see the Mozzie heading up to the top floors. I'm assuming the Mozzie and the Jaeger may be playing relatively aggressively as they try to make some ground up on the defense, try to deny some of this attacking power. Because, as everyone knows, Drexel and North Texas both like to attack with the drones very aggressively. As you can see, your Ash is already in the site. Got 3 drones droning her in. I believe that's what I saw there. Now the sledge is dropped as well as the ace. So now down to just 2. But they are taking this top floor very aggressively, droning it all out. If they're not careful, they could miss something, potentially. But now that the hatch is open, the Ash is getting ready to push down white. They're getting ready to take their second floor with ease. The Mozzie is now sitting in reading with your Jaeger supporting in mining. We could see an engagement very soon. And we do. Big ol' L will take out Choj. Now it's all up to the Mozzie on the second floor to try to get a kill or 2. But that doesn't really look very likely. However, Legendary will get striked. That is your Ash off the board. One of your, not your better players, but he's up there on the frag department with Drexel. Big ol' L currently putting the team on his back. B4 will finally take out Lemonberry from New Balk, I believe. Yes, from New Balk. Now you're down to a 3v4 if you're North Texas. However, that's better than what you were looking in the past. This time in the past, you were looking at a 3v5, but with that one-man advantage, it's still completely doable for North Texas. They use their Ash, a lot of their fragging power, a lot of their reach charges, but you do still have that sledge on the board, which can be very important for the rest of the construction. Right now, you have 3 of your players sitting around over by Laundry. Ace is going to get ready to open up that wall down in Freezer, as I believe they want to go for a Freezer attack once more. Meanwhile, your sledge of Big ol' L is still going around, breaking up the floor, trying to find some more picks. See someone but cannot get the shots. Jaren will take a little bit of damage from the Zofia. Meanwhile, your Ash is already, or your Nomad is already in coat. Big ol' L will take out Gart from above. Now you're looking at a 2v4 for North Texas. Not looking the best. Your Maestro is sitting in Smallbake. Does find the Nomad out. Now 2-man advantage for 1-man advantage actually now brought down to for Drexel. This is completely doable for North Texas. They just have to hold out. However, Perkleys gets hit by an air jab. Not the best if you're him. Will get a second frag on the Big ol' L though. That's huge. Now 2v2. This is completely winnable for North Texas. One pick by J-Ram. All of a sudden he's up to the Zofia in a 1v2. They just have to hold. And J-Ram will get the second. Great round coming out from the North Texas team. One that was very needed for them at the best possible time. North Texas now on to match point. Not a moment too soon was this adaptation needed from North Texas. Perkleys playing in the small bakery unknown to the attackers really saved the round there by getting that Nomad and by getting as well the I don't remember who exactly he killed, but getting that second kill in the Whiskey Hall and the Red Hall was very big and very crucial for them. If Maestro whiffs that second kill, North Texas does not win the round, and now they're looking at overtime instead of the end of map 1. And now they've finished kitchen, North Texas will be deciding to go to the reading room side of Fireplace.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
It's just the overlay that I have. I don't know why I did it like that. I didn't think about it, but it's just the overlay. We'll be seeing a defense come out from North Texas that includes a 2-floor hold with the smoke most likely going to be playing here inside of Cocktail. Opening up a lot of these dining walls as you normally would, just so you can get some angles and line of sight.
10 seconds to go.
Looks like more of a train-centered hold, just so they can try to keep a little bit of pressure on the site. They're not giving it all up just at once. Very lucky that shotgun shot did not hit Hercules there. Otherwise, he would have been starting this round off real bad. Hercules would have been dropped real low. We're now in the rounds. Drexel will head up to the roof once more, and we shall see what they decide to do. Some last minute setup coming out from the defense just to try to make sure they know they have everything they need battened down. Drones coming out, triple droning coming out through the sites. Coming out on the top. Choj will get the opening kill, but will get immediately refragged by Big Ol' L. Does take the Ash out, but is not watching his back as the sledge follows in behind. 3 men up top. However, the Pericles is watching the Nubalk from pillars. If anyone decides to peek, all 4 players now inside the building with 2 players in piano. Train hatch now open. That way gives them a line to watch. Now we are going to take a second with the top floor get droned. However, it looks like the attack is just going to walk down reading stairs, or walk down red stairs. Very interesting attack coming out from Drexel. It looks like they're just going to try to go for a dining take. It looks like what's going to be a quick style execute. Big Ol' L will take out Pericles, a 3v4 no Texas, and that's exactly what's going to happen. But however, Nomad has the diffuser. The Ace does not have the bomb. This is terrible if you're Drexel because your element of surprise is now gone. Second smoke wave out from the smoke of Dart, trying to deny the entry into the site a little bit more. Your Ace is about 20 HP. However, he's now dead. Jerem takes him out from what looks like the stairs. Bomb going down in the well of the train fireplace.
Drop the diffuser.
And the planner is now dead, thanks to the castle once more. Trade from white stairs coming out by Big Ol' L. He's really doing numbers for this team. He's keeping them on his back. Big Ol' L doesn't perform the way he's been performing this match. It is not as close as it seems. That is a 3 kill for him. It is now a 1v2. Lemonberry needs to get this clutch if they want to avoid overtime. He's going to possibly hop over pillar, but is he aware that the plant is going down? I don't know if he is.
Attackers are activating the bomb.
They are aware of their positioning. Now a 1v1 for Lemonberry. Can he get the final kill onto this Zofia? That is the question. But I believe this Zofia possibly has rotated now.
Attackers need to protect the diffuser.
Now split on the bomb. Now they are aware of each other's location. It's just going to be a question of who is the better shot. Zofia trying to stay calm, not avoid peeking. Zofia will, in fact, get the kill. Toji will get the kill on the Jaeger. Looking at the scoreboard there, Big Ol' L is the big ol' carry for Drexel right now. You got Pericles and Choj doing a lot of work for North Texas, but it's really not comparable to how Big Ol' L is playing today. If Big Ol' L isn't playing like this, you really gotta hope that Wolfmaster picks up the slack because he's really not showing up. And honestly, if Wolfmaster shows up a little bit more in these next couple rounds, Drexel will take the map. And we'll get the 1-0 advantage going into Clubhouse, their map pick. North Texas will be starting in overtime on defense. They'll be going back up to the bar where they have won every single time they've played it, sticking to what works for them. Once again, the attacking lineup coming out from Drexel
Defenders,
is
protect your
the same
bombs from being
as it's
defused by
basically been
attackers.
the entire time they've attacked. Big Ol' L is very comfortable on that L85 with good reason. That L85 is really nice to hold, really good in the hands.
Bomb located by
Overall,
attackers.
probably one of my favorite guns in the game. Setup coming out from North Texas appears to be the exact same as it was last time they were in bar. Shield going down. I think that, again, I don't know if that shield is a little bit too far. Dart is going to have to back that up a little bit.
10 seconds left.
Alright, trying to figure out how to adjust that shield to where
5 seconds left before
that looks like it should be fine. That shield should be good. However, that
Attackers
shield
are heading
really
out
honestly
to
needs
the
to be backed up because if you were to shoot an Ash charge at that pillar right there and you don't get it like behind the pillar but you shoot that pillar exactly, that will blow up the shield and the ADS will not be able to catch it. But this Jaeger does have all 3 ADSs stationed here as the attack starts to bring up to the roof. find it very interesting that you have your... The zone may try to go in from pillar here. I don't know if there is any sort of plan for a rush, but it does look like Drexel is just going to continue to play this like they have been. Very quickly taking... Lemonberry needs to be very careful because if he is droned out here, it can be very dangerous for him.
Changing mags!
I do not believe that he has been found out here, so he could possibly get a big C4 kill if the team is not aware. However, he's going to get spammed through the wall. What a kill coming out from B4. You have to think that was that had to have been a Z-ping coming out from the attack with the drone. I believe it was. Very unfortunate for Lemonberry, but he did not look for any drones down there. They had ample time to draw him out. And that is just how the cookie crumbles if you are Lemonberry. So, with a minute and a half left to go, the attack is a little bit slower than it has been, but they have the man advantage. That really is all that matters to them right now. One flash miss. Big ol' L is going to get the next kill, leading this team pushing up. That is Jaeger dead. Now down to a 3v5. North Texas very desperate to win this round now.
Setting a sequential breach.
The two-man disadvantage. Chosen will get the lead-off for a lead-off trade, doing everything he can to keep his team in this. Your Smoke is playing in the breeder still, trying to hold off any push in from Piano. Choj is doing everything he can to try to keep North Texas in the map, but with one-man advantage leading in Drexel's favor with 30 seconds. It's likely they might just try to go for frags and just trade out until the round is over.
That's the beauties in position. My toxic Betty.
Two babes out now from North Texas, only one left.
Cook ready.
Choj to be very careful here. The Smoke is now stunned out of his life.
15 seconds left.
But it does not look like that's where... Big ol' L has now been taken out by Choj. It's now 3v3. Plant needs to go down in the final 10 seconds. Where are they going to plant?
5 seconds
Guard
to go.
spotted on a cam, taken out. Choj needs to get this flank here.
Attackers activating diffuser. Attackers need to protect the
Now
diffuser.
post plant.
Position
2v2, 2v1 for Drexel. One more kill. Oh, but the trade comes out from J-Ram. It's a 1v1. Wolfmaster versus J-Ram. The Alda versus the AK-12. If there is any time for Wolfmaster to get into this game, now is that time. Playing Ring Around the Rosie. Neither sure where the other is, but they do have drones looking at the bomb. But Wolfmaster is just going to take this very slow. He's just going to hold back, try to bait out the defuse. Jerem baits it, gets off, looks for the kill. Definitely has no idea where Wolfmaster is. Wolfmaster will clutch out the round on the post plant. Perfect time for him to step up in his shoes. Now, match point for Drexel going into their attack. North Texas in a very bad spot because both teams have won the cocktail bar site every time they have gone here. And that's exactly where we will be going this time. Be seeing what North Texas can do on this round, one of the most important rounds of this game. North Texas coming out with basically the same lineup they had last time, except this time they'll be running a Twitch instead of a Habana. So you're losing your Habana. It's fine because Pericles couldn't change the X-Kairos anyways from 6 to 4. But you are bringing out an F2 and some shock drones to try to get rid of some utility.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Overall, looks like Drexel will be going back to what had been working for them. The same Banshees coming out, making sure that the pixel hold should be strong for them. I assume the Smoke is going to be playing inside of this bathroom again with the shotgun. Just wait for someone to push him. Bringing the Cade again. Last time that North Texas attacked this bomb site, they could not get the breacher walls open due to the Cade charges on the walls. Be up to North Texas to see if they can adapt to what Drexel is bringing, to try to figure out what can work to get them the round and keep them in this map.
attacker's objective is to
As
locate
we
a
get
bomb and
into
defuse
the
it.
action phase, it looks like all 5 players are still doing some last-minute setup. With the pixel shield going down, absolutely that will be covered by the ADSs, and that, well, I believe that to be far enough back to where the explosion radius within the pillar will not destroy the shield. Last minute setup from the Jaeger as he jumps over into pillars to try to play below for a little while.
Ready to knock them.
Hercules is playing what appears to be could be very aggressive on this window. He's waiting for a call to open this window. There it is. It has been called that he can potentially hop in this window if
A bomb has been located.
Activating
he
server
is just
sequence.
waiting for his team to be ready to try to burn the ADSs perhaps. But you're are going to have the Melusia Big Ol' L sitting on this shield. There it is. The flashes start to come out from the Twitch. You need to be careful because that ADS will recharge soon enough. Yes, and just like that, ADS is recharged. 1 flash, 2 flash, but that ADS is recharged, so the ash charge will be eaten up just like that. Now the Melusia will back off and fall down to the white staircase as the shield has been taken out. We are getting ready for a showdown. With piano control firmly in the grasp of North Texas, they begin to deal with the question they had last time. How are we going to get that wall open? Once again, this smoke is playing tight in the bathroom with the shotgun. If anything, North Texas needs to use some of those Zofia stuns that Choch has left. He's used both of his impacts, but he still has both of his stuns. Those need to go and try to deal with this smoke. Otherwise, they will not win this round if they cannot deal with that. Some great intel coming out from Lemonberry. They are aware of the bubbles coming out. Hercules not aware as he walks up the white stairs. And there's a 2-kill lead for the defense. It is all starting to look sour for North Texas on this map, with now a 2v5 JRAM and Gart having to do it all. It's all up to them to keep their team in this map. But the defense are very stout at not wanting to give them anything. Now a 1v5 for JRAM with 20 seconds left on the clock. It does not look doable. It looks like this should be a map win for Drexel Gold.
15 seconds left.
And just like that, a flawless round coming out from Drexel Gold before finishing off JRAM with the punch hole. Map 1 goes in the favor of Drexel Gold. We'll be back with map 2 after this.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
All right, everyone, welcome back to North Texas B versus Drexel Gold. We're heading into map 2 Clubhouse right now. Map number 1 was taken in an 8-6 overtime victory by Drexel Gold. Drexel taking North Texas's map pick now onto their own, hoping to close this out in a 2-0. North Texas hoping to win this out in a 2-1. But first, they'll have to get through Drexel's map pick of Clubhouse before they want to get to Oregon. Off the bat, we'll be seeing Maverick taken off the board by Drexel. A pretty common ban on this map. When coupled with Thatch, can be very hard for the attack to get some of the walls open, especially if they do not ban a Cade. We'll be seeing Habana come out by North Texas. Very important ban, especially when you're defending the basement. So Maverick and Habana, your two middle hard breachers, being banned out. Ace and the Thermite, all that's left. Cade will be banned out as well. And last, we will see what Drexel decides to ban. The Mira, a pretty old school ban on this map, although it still has its uses, especially if you're playing Gym Bedroom. She is very potent on that bomb site, especially when you're trying to push from the jacuzzi side. Going into the operator selection phase now, we will be seeing Drexel actually defend due to North Texas opting to start this map on attack. So we'll be seeing a cash defense first. Pretty standard stuff, nothing out of the ordinary. I like the Capital pick coming out from North Texas. They will be able to get the garage open with an ace charge, and then Pericles will be able to fire off the bandit to prevent him from bandit charging. But never mind, as I say that, he switches off to a Thatcher, which I think is an even better choice. Having Thatcher on the board is always nice. Wait for everyone to load in. Now we get into our first round.
Bombs as they can.
To see some pretty standard Jaeger Oh My. This is basically what's left of that old 20-second meta from last season, with the inclusion of Melusi and Maestro. You have your Jaeger Oh My. No shields, oddly enough, but you have 6 impacts. I believe they might believe there is something coming from the back, maybe trying to impact trick that construction wall
10 seconds remaining.
if it gets taken. Other than that, I don't really
5
see
seconds
a
to
need
go.
for 6 impacts. Maybe bring another C4 on the Malusi for trying to fix some
Attackers'
denial.
objective is to locate a bomb and defuse
But
it.
I do think 6 maybe for the site could be too many depending on where they think the side attack is coming from. You do see a majority of the attackers coming from the warehouse spawn, your sledge, your Thatcher, and your Zoe. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, your Ace and your Ash have spawned. Ace, I think, spawning on the wrong side of the map for what they really wanted. Yes, it appears he is going to go up to the roof. Ash is going to be entering from the jacuzzi side. Also, you can get Logi hatch open. Your Thatch is waiting for your Ace. And it's going to be... There is no bandit on the wall, so they're just going to Thatcher and go. But all the bandit batteries have already been placed down anyways, so he wouldn't really be able to trip. But I like the attack coming out from North Texas so far. Meanwhile, you have Big Ol' L waiting down in secret, waiting for someone to try to take Lounge. Could be very deadly if he goes unchecked. Meanwhile, Lemonberry will get the opening kill on the strike. There are 3 people top main right now. That was your flank of Jaeger coming out. It is going to be a split attack. Your ace is just going to hold the breach until they don't have anything to open a wall on the other side of the map. So your ace is just going to hold holes here while your Thatch is sitting below, droning it out. Meanwhile, your fraggers are going to stay on the other side of the map, trying to get some eyes in from there. All is quiet for now with half the round gone. Very interesting opening the hatch. I wouldn't necessarily have expected that. Meanwhile, Hercules on the Thatcher shotgun. I just noticed that. That is a very interesting pick. Not sure if that's intentional, but he is going to get a kill on the B4. Now, a 2-man advantage for North Texas. However, Big Ol' L will get the first trade onto Lemonberry. User Ash down. She had dropped through the hatch, and Maestro will trade out Joj. It's now a 3v3.
Attackers have dropped the bomb
Wolf
diffuser.
will get one of his first kills of the game. However, Hercules is just in with a shotgun. However, sprinting will get the better of him, and it's now a 2v1 in favor of Drexel. Gart is going to have to do big things here if he wants to win this round for his team. You have the Wamai holding across all the way from the garage stairs. He's practically dead if he walks in this door. He's 30 seconds to make something work. I don't know if he has a good plan to try to deal with this. He is going to move in. He's going to get shot from behind, though. Actually, Wolfmaster will get the kill from the garage as he pushes up. Round 1 will go to Drexel University, starting off their map pick solidly. That attack started off pretty well for North Texas. They got the 2 opening picks. However, being bottlenecked through that doorway in construction was really unfortunate for them. Because they didn't have any hard breach to go with that side, they got stuck trying to get themselves through one door that had multiple people watching it from the top of red stairs, from the green box, and from the Wamai sitting in rafters, holding an angle all the way across the map, it seems. We're going to see the Capital come out now instead of the Thatcher, which is interesting. They have a secondary hard breach, though, on him, so that could be useful when it comes to opening a hatch. I would think, though, that you would prefer to get a Thermite, just because that is the only other hard breacher available for you to take. Meanwhile, the defense is setting up in the basement. Almost the exact same lineup as last round, just minus the... What are they missing this round? They are missing the Bandit this round, and instead they are bringing a Legion.
10 seconds left.
They are going to most likely try to impact the hatch. They have 8 impacts now, up from 6 last round.
Remaining.
They definitely do not want that kitchen hatch open.
Attackers
They are getting the whole setup for impact tricking, so it appears that will be the case. They are just going to throw impacts at this hatch all day long. So North Texas will not be getting in through the kitchen hatch. It is as simple as that. Meanwhile, here comes North Texas getting up ready to clear the top from top down, it appears. 3 of them going up. 2 of them coming over to meet them. It looks like they're just going to take from Logi and work their way down. Capital and Ash droning it out, as well as the sledge, leaving your Zoe to enter by herself, as there are what appear to be maybe 3, if not 4 drones running around through the top floor trying to clear out this map. Meanwhile, if we look, there is no defender presence on any floor except the basement. It is a turtle strat with just impact tricking the hatch. So if I were to guess, North Texas will go for the moto hatch and try to open that up and open the church wall if they do not try to open dirt as well. They use the Capital can opener, as it's called. Not officially, but I think that's a good name for it. And now the University of North Texas has officially cleared out the top floor. They believe this first floor to be clear. They're just checking their angles, making sure they didn't miss anything. And here comes the sledge, actually, to try to open up the kitchen floor. Maybe they are going to try to get this kitchen hatch open. However, Choj has already taken a lot of damage. He's down an oil pit. Very aggressive take from Choj. Not sure if it's going to work out for him that well. He practically is stuck in here now, but Gart will take a little bit of damage from the kitchen floor as he tries to shoot up through it. Choj misses the rotate on the player in the back of armory.
A bomb has been located.
In dirt, actually. And Strike will finish him off. You're now down a man on a basement attack. Your Ace and your Ash lined up on the bottom of main. And here comes the church wall being opened up like I talked about. Impact trick coming out. Impact trick unsuccessful, actually. Completely missed. Lemonberry will take out your Maya Wolfmaster. It's now a 4v4. However, I don't know if Lemonberry has to be careful because this Jaeger is sticking in his head through a hole in blue. Bunch of shots go back. I don't think Strike doesn't take a single HP of damage, but JRM does have his trade. 3v3 now with Church completely abandoned. However, where is this last defender? 2 in armory. One has rotated into Church now. It's the Maestro now moving through the hallway. JRM with a big shot on the big ol' L. Now Capital will most likely get this Maestro. Never mind though, the Maestro does get the frag, but it's now all down to him anyways. The Maestro must get a 1v2 clutch. Jake needs to be very careful. JRM does not get the frag though. It's now a 1v1 for the sledge and the Maestro. I do believe this is going to be a round for this Maestro. And that it is. Toji will win the round off of some great kills coming out in when they needed him most. Attack strategy coming out from North Texas, not quite working that round. I believe the oil pit player made a mistake moving down there, especially when there wasn't any pressure coming from the blue stairs itself. Left him in a very poor position, one that he was really not able to do anything except die. Interesting glass coming out from North Texas. Not sure if that's going to be 6'd away or if they're going to stick it. It will be 6'd away to a Zoe, but they do have a sledge and a buck now, which should allow them to get some work done on some walls. If Buck really would like to, he could go into bar and start opening up some of the master floor. But we will see if he decides to do that, whether or not. One big thing, depending if the defensive Drexel decides to do it, he could open up some of this floor in cash from below in stock if they try to do an extended hold. Really not sure if they're going to do that. It appears they may just like completely reinforce off Logi, which would honestly be a pretty critical mistake if they did. Does not look like Drexel is going for an extended hold. Not really sure what they will do with the rest of their reinforcements.
10 seconds remaining.
Because by my count, there are still 5 reinforcements out. Make that 4, because there have been 6 reinforcements made. I assume 1 will be used on this bathroom wall when the jacuzzi wall falls, but that will still mean there's 3 reinforcements in pocket that they could use somewhere to try to hold, but they simply just will not. Oh, never mind. They are going to completely reinforce off Logi with 1 punch hold, but however, this is a really poor take from Drexel, in my opinion, as it makes Logi extremely susceptible to pressure above. Like, this Buck has now opened up the hatch, and if this Jaeger doesn't get a kill and gets killed in there, all of a sudden that's Logi pressure in a really bad way for Drexel.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
These will protect us. Perimeter
Meanwhile,
Attackers
you have a
recover the
Melusi
diffuser.
ratting out in strip, hopefully trying to get a kill of their own. Ash sitting in front of the gym window trying to get some sight in, but very wary that they might get peeked from the CC window. Been droned out. That is not the case, it appears. I believe I did see a drone going through there, but they actually, whether they know it or not, have the east side of the map completely for free. And this Jaeger isn't even holding. They actually have Logi for free. They have 4 players on site. Never mind, the Jaeger's now retaking Logi, but it's still a very bad position for him to be in, especially if someone comes
Attackers
onto the
have located
hatch.
a bomb.
You have this Malusi down below. We'll actually get a kill on the Pericles. Your Buck is now dead, trying to go below. A lot of health taken off, but Wolf will get a kill onto Choj. Some really poor take from North Texas, and some really good gunfights coming out from Drexel. Now a 5v2 for North Texas.
Swapping mags.
Not unwinnable, just like that. It's now a 2v4. Lemonberry has done the work he needed to get his team back in this. However, they hop in gym window. They will be met with a Malusi MP5 from below. Ace has managed to get this wall open, but I do not believe that is... Yeah, it is not vaultable. It's only a line of sight. The Ace will now join the Ash over on the construction side of the map, trying to get some pressure built up, but this Jaeger is still playing in the Logic. Gets 1 kill onto J-Ram, and now Lemonberry is in a 1v5. He will have to ace clutch this round in order to win. Lemonberry does get the second one though. Saw the third behind the mattress, however doesn't not have enough bullets to win out that gunfight, so has to go for the reload instead. Now stuck in a 1v3 out the door, does not get a third kill. B4 will get the frag to finish out round 3. Drexel on a perfect split. Perfect straight 3 rounds. Has done the first gauntlet of their defense. Now back up to cash they will go. If you're North Texas, you're feeling really shaky right now because not a lot of your rounds have really not been close except for that basement round. You really got to change something up in order to try to get this working. And I like the adaptation they're making now. They're bringing the 2 hard breachers instead of just the Ace. That allows you to open up both sides of the map while still having your Ace sit on plat and just watch the cross. This way, your Thermite can get the construction wall open. However, there are believed to be 4 impacts being run by the defense this round. So your Thermite could get impact tricked if he's not careful.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
The bans on the board really aren't affecting this all too much with the Ace, with the Habana and the map ban. Yes, you're down to an Ace and a Therm, so it can make getting some walls open more. But when your bottom floor is closer than your top 2 floors with no Habana or Mav, that's really saying something, and it's really not saying something good. Your top floor attacks have been really sloppy, honestly. It's just a lack of proper lineups, to be completely honest. But I like the adaptations that they're making. Hopefully now they can get a round or 2 on the board going into their defense. So this round, instead of the Wamai, they're going to have the Bandit sit in rafters and play that and try to get a few kills. Malusi will be sitting in secret while the other 3 sit in cash, and Jaeger will roam on the bedroom side again.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Like last time they attacked CC, it looks like this Ash... Never mind, this Ash will be going for the roof. Zoe going over to try to open up the wall. Ace still spawning on the wrong side of the map. Does need to move over to try to... Unless the... Never mind, the Ace will go on that side of the map. Thermite will be opening the wall this time around. See, will he be successful? Does appear he will be. The wall will be open. You now have a breach into CC. However, Choj will get taken down by Strike, who's just in the middle of Master. He will manage to fall back to construction unharmed, and now you're sitting at a 1-man deficit if you're in North Texas.
A bomb has been located.
Drone out, but nothing pressuring him behind that drone. Ooh, what a shot from Wolf as he does take out J-Ram. That is your Thermite down. Not your only hard breach, but at least the Thermite has gotten his job done. He got the wall open. But if you're North Texas, you're now sitting 2-man down with a minute 40 to go. Nothing impossible to do, but they're not looking in the best of ways. It looks like it still will be a construction take from North Texas. Ace charge goes out and will actually make a vaultable hole on the construction wall. This Jaeger is very much trapped in this corner. If his if his cross is watched. But he is going to swing out unchallenged. Thatcher will take out Wolf. Your garage is now clear. You have a Malusi underneath, but your other two players are top red and on cash. Thatcher must be careful though. Oh, that was a very poor drop from Hercules. I'm not exactly sure why he would do that, but your diffuser is now down in the bar with Malusi and Mute. If you're North Texas, this is awful. Gogart will trade out the Jaeger, so it's now a 2v2 or 2v3, but your diffuser is still miles away from the site. Does manage to make it to a 2v2, but your Mute and a Malusi are still on the bottom floor, holding down the bomb. With 30 seconds left, y'all have to go and get the bomb back. North Texas in a very poor spot right now with the bomb being on the bottom floor. That ace dropping really might have screwed them out of this round.
Attackers have recovered their
Ash does manage to make it a 2v1 though with the bomb. However, they have no clue that the Mute is in stock, but the trade comes out from Lemonberry. North Texas will be on the board finally. 1-3 is the scoreline after round 4. North Texas will take the round. Will finally take a cash attack. Good adaptations all around from North Texas, especially when facing a two-man deficit on the attack. They managed to put things together and take out the weak points that Drexel had left open for them. Taking the two hard breachers once again. Very nice for the attackers. They will need it since the defense has opted to go down to the basement. This way they will be able to get dirt open as well as possibly opening a hatch and the church wall if they want to go for a church attack again. However, a Vigil 6-pick from Big Ol' L off the Malusi for the first time in what seems like forever. Now going to presumably do a bit of a roam setup with him on the top floor perhaps, or potentially ratting out in strip. The adaptation of the Bandit is very interesting. That's this way the University of North Texas cannot open this church wall as easily. They are still bringing out Thatcher though, so that all could be negated if the Thatcher stays alive.
10 seconds
Meanwhile, this Vigil is finishing up his rounds again in the hatches, and it'll be interesting to see where he decides to roam.
Attackers
Appears he's just going to stay in stock. No, perhaps he's going to go upstairs. He will go up to the third floor now. Bit of diffuser roulette between the operators here on the attack side. All 5 of them spawning warehouse and what appears to be a Vigil roaming in garage, but all 5 attackers are going to ignore that and possibly head over to the construction side of the map. Going to have to be careful though, because I do not believe they know this Vigil is here inside of the map. And it does not look like they will drone that side of the map. Well, maybe they will, but will they know that the Vigil is in garage? That is the question. They are now aware that the Vigil is in garage, and hopefully there's something ready to catch him. It doesn't look like there is, though. He will drop down to first floor garage. Will not drop back down to site just yet. Wants to waste a little bit more time. But the attack now has control of the top floor if they are not aware of it. Ash slowly working her way down the main stairs now as they finish out droning the rest of the first floor, trying to make sure there's no one ratting around in any corners that might get them killed. They are still unaware of this Vigil, I believe. Perhaps. I think they are completely unaware of this Vigil. Now they must be aware. Yes, and the Zofia of Choj will get the first leadoff kill. North Texas' first opening pick of the map. And what better player to bring it onto than Big Ol' L, the hard carry last map for Drexel. Great way to get your round going. Maestro is waiting down here to impact trick, I believe.
Located by attackers.
Ace using 2 of his Selmas on the stock hatch. Interesting enough. It looks like they may go for a little bit of blue pressure this round. Indeed it does. This Choj is already down on the blue stairs. Pings coming out from North Texas. I think they are pinging a player perhaps. Or maybe the defense is pinging. I have no clue what the defense may be pinging. As you can tell, I cannot see the pings unless I'm spectating the player themselves.
A bomb
But
has been
North Texas
located.
has gotten a little bit of control, and there are now 3 players stacked at the bottom of main stairs, with the other 2 players trying to work their way through blue. And indeed, Zophia's already gotten Choge, or Choge has already gotten Strike. It's now a 5v3, but Wolf will trade one back onto Gart, as Toji will get a trade onto Berkeley's. It's a 3v3 now. However, the breach is open, but Wolf gets a second one. You're not looking
15 seconds
very
remaining.
bad if you're North Texas.
10
Choge
seconds
making
to
another
go.
frag onto the Maestro here. Indeed, Choge will. However, the
seconds
bomb is
remaining.
going down in Armory though. I don't think the defense is aware.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Choge gets another kill, and then you see the bandit pushing through blue and the smoke pushing through the hallway. The bandit is dead. Choge with a big kill onto the bandit. Sees the smoke, and we'll get the final kill on the B4. Choge an ace, actually. I didn't even realize it was an ace. Choge picking up all 5 kills to make sure North Texas stays in their attack half. Massive work coming out from Choge. Massive work coming out from Choge to make sure his team plays the best they can. Great rotation coming out from the ace in order to plant in the armory, due to the fact that the last defenders were still sitting in church. For the final round of their defense, the Drexel Gold will go back up to CC and Cash, hoping to end this at a 4-2 and avoid a 3-3 split.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Bringing almost the same lineup as last time. Drexel will instead now bring a mute and a bandit instead of just a bandit. This way this bandit can hopefully try to trick the wall, I think is what their game plan is. They'll just mute the other wall and hope for the best. Mute does appear to be AFK. Gotta love that. Oh, never mind, he is back. Banshee's going to be placed somewhere, most likely in one in garage,
10
and
seconds
then
left.
another one in cash, and possibly the last one on red stairs. Never mind. I don't know
5
what the meat
seconds
jammers
left
for
before
actually, but they are not to allow the bandit to trick the wall. I would personally put a meat jammer on this wall and let the bandit try to trick, even with the Thatcher. If he can't trick, then go put the meat jammer. Then go take the meat jammer off.
Deploying ADS.
But all 5 attackers still in sight right now. No roam coming out yet. As I say that, does look like Big Ol' L possibly will go off to the room. Yes, there he goes. Down into secret like he has been in the past. Ace still on the far side of the map. Ideally looks like your Thermite is going to be coming up here with the bomb. Where is your Thatcher, my friend? There he is on the roof getting ready to open the wall. Does look like Bandit. He's going to try to trick. He will actually get the trick off. What a trick from the bandit. That's one of your exothermics down. If you're North Texas, this isn't great for you, as now the bandit will be actively trying to trick the wall. And your Thatcher is using one of his last EMPs. Thatcher now has his last EMP out. However, bandit will go for the trick again. And it will be successful. Both exothermics off the board for North Texas. However, and just like that, both impacts out from the Maestro. Only one Stelma left. If you're hard destructors on North Texas, you're not feeling pretty great right now. Last ace charge out on the wall. This will be your only form of hard destruction through this round. Your bubble has been first taken out, so that gives you a little bit of pressure or relieved. However, there are 2 defenders below. Choge is aware of that. Gets the first, but does not know where the second one is. He's going to get killed by Big Ol' L. Indeed he does. Sprinting through the lounge. Classic mistake. Ace trying to pick off this Maestro that's being very stubborn behind the green box. Meanwhile, your Thermite does get a kill on the Wolf. It's back to a 3v3. However, the Jaeger is holding. Maestro's actually been down behind the bomb. It's a technical 3v2. Your Jaeger is sitting in rafters trying to hold anyone that's coming in. However, if they're not careful, this Malusi may get a trade on the players inside of construction. UNT will drone out the site just to see where people are. They are aware of the Jaeger inside of Rafters. He will get the kill on the J-Ram. That's bombed down outside the window. Still a technical 2v2, but UNT needs to be very careful. Jaeger has been tagged. Jaeger is down. It's up to the Malusi to clutch this 1v2. With 20 seconds left, this is very doable for UNT. They just need to get the bomb down.
15 seconds remaining.
The bomb will be starting to go down in the
10
corner,
seconds left.
but it's now a 1v1. And Lemonberry's going to have to try to go for the frag.
5 seconds left.
Will he get it? He will not. Big ol' L will get the clutch in the 1v2, and Drexel will go up 4-2 on their defense. Really disappointing round from UNT there, especially if you're that team themselves in the server. Both your Thermites were tricked, and you weren't able to go below and get the bandit off the wall in order for you to get that wall open. And 2 of your Selmas were impacted off the wall. It goes to show why you should really only throw 1 Selma at a time when trying to open a wall like that, especially when there's impact tricking involved. That way you don't waste more utility than you need to. Because that 1 Selma alone could have gotten both impacts from the Maestro if there had just been 1 on the wall. However, because both Selmas were on the wall, both of them were impacted, which means you only have 1 left for any sort of hard destruction. And while it got them a hole into sight and allowed them to get a couple picks, they simply just could not close out and hold down the
Defenders,
site
protect
while they
your
tried to
bombs
plant.
from being defused by attackers.
But 4-2 attack, 4-2 split on the defense, 2 for the attack is pretty standard for this map, and now UNT will be on their defense on the more comfortable side of Clubhouse. Coming out first will be CCTV and Cash, the last bomb site that we were just on. UNT will not be defending instead of attacking. And first off, we see the first Valk of the map. Choj playing that. Lemonberry playing the Jaeger. Those two both been providing big numbers for UNT so far tonight.
10 seconds to insertion.
You gotta hope that they continue to show what they can do
5
throughout the
seconds
rest of the
remaining.
map and hopefully make it to a map 3.
I deployed.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
While our attackers are now in the map, and it seems like it'll be a split push once again, 3 from one side, 2 from the other. Your ace will start opening up the garage wall, which is something that UNT refrained from doing the entire last half. And now all of a sudden Lemonberry may start to feel a little bit of heat as his walls below him are now open.
Jammer activated.
He does have a couple ADSs in Raft. He actually has all 3 ADSs with him in Raft to try to deny any pressure that's given. But meanwhile, there is actually a mute jammer on this wall. I was going to say this wall will not be open for free, but there is a mute jammer on the cache wall. Something that, interestingly enough, that Drexel is not bringing out Thatcher, even though he is on the board. Where is this Ash getting zapped by my... Is this Ash getting zapped all the way from this wall? Where's this bubble that's zapping this Ash? I'm honestly not sure. Unless it's zapping... Is it through the floor? Honestly, I'm gonna level with you. I have no clue where that bubble is. Very interesting bubble placement by Hercules. It's obviously done about 20 damage to the Ash. However, your main wall is open. Your Jaeger is now stuck in garage, and he is getting 3 people starting to pressure him. If you're this Jaeger, you're not feeling too good right now. You're just gonna try to play some more time and do what you can to try to get a kill or 2 and keep the round in your favor.
A bomb has been located.
Ace and the Zoe have now popped in below. And then the Jaeger is taking about half his health, and there he goes. The sledge at the main door will take him out. And here comes the sledge up the garage stairs. The Maestro will start to try to pressure, but will get shot from the breach, getting a little too aggressive for his own good. Now all of a sudden you're in a 3v5 if you're North Texas, and you're not looking great health-wise. Drexel has full control of garage, and they are taking that in stride. Choj will get 1 refract on a big ol' L. It's a good pick for them to get. Now a 4v3. However, they got to be careful, because just like that trade has now been given back, and Kogar's now dead, and Wolf will swing in and get Choj, and now you're all up to JRAM in a 1v4. They are aware of his position. The Thermite will swing in, will get JRAM, and Drexel will go up 5-2. North Texas defense has been, this round, that last round was a little bit weak from them, to be completely honest, and they recognize as such, so they will be rotating down to the basement, trying to get some luck back in their side. Not bringing a Thatcher really didn't matter all that much to Drexel, as they just made the control below the site theirs, opened up below the wall, got the meat jammer off, and that Thermite was able to get, what, 2 or 3 kills off of that breach after opening it. So really impressive work from Wolfmaster. He's doing miles better this game than he was last game. Look at that, 9-5 this game after being like 2 or 3 and 10 last game roughly. Wolfmaster's having a much better map. I think he just wasn't really having a lot of fun on club, or a lot of fun on cafe, but he's feeling himself now on club. Be interesting to see what the new strategy coming out from North Texas will be this round. Appears that the Vigil will most likely roam up on the top floor, try to waste as much time as he can, maybe get a pick or two. He's lucky. This is interesting, dude. He's actually going for a full top floor extension.
5 seconds remaining.
Reinforcing the CC wall. But there's no one up here with him, so he's playing this by himself with no help. But he's used 2 reinforcements for it. It'll be really interesting to see if they use any of their hard breach on this. I can't imagine they'll want to, due to not having a Havana, since they'll need 2 ace charges for 1 wall. Never mind, he does have the Valk. They are going, in fact, for impacts above the Logi, inside of Logi, trying to keep the kitchen hatch closed. Sophia has, in fact, put a breach charge on this jacuzzi wall and will try to pinch them out. I assume with a play pushing in from garage, most likely this Thermite, it appears. I don't know if I would want your Thermite entering, especially when he's one of your only 2 hard breaches available. But they have started to waste a little bit of time. They did get stock hatch open, though. The aces moved from garage door over to stock door. It appears they are not even going to try to bother with this upstairs presence until they need to. So they have completely ignored it, but they managed to get 1 hatch open already. And they still have all the Selmas and 1 exothermic left. It does look like they will try to go for the kitchen hatch next, but are they aware of the Logi presence? I believe they are, but they have not droned above main stairs. But now it looks like that there are players coming up to the roof to try to push in. I don't believe this Zofia ever... Oh, she did pop the recharge. Okay. Now they are going to start droning the top floor, trying to clear them out, because they realize they won't be able to do much until they get the top floor cleared out. Lemonberry dead now from the ash below the hatch, gets shot up through the hatch. Gets seen. I think Lemonberry getting a little bit too aggressive there. What a nade coming out from Big Ol' L. That takes out Choj. Now your roamers are all gone. Once again, a 3v5 for North Texas. Almost 2 minutes wasted, though. However, now your kitchen hatch is open, your stock hatch is open, and your dirt's also open. So you're getting... Your Thermite's actually just walking up through dirt uncontested right now. I don't know if this is known to UNT. It's not. This Thermite might get a kill here. And he will. Wolfmaster will get takedown Go-Guard. It's now a 2v5. Drexel looking very strong on this attack. And North Texas seemingly helpless to stop them. JRM now in the back of blue, trying to deny a push in from this side, while Hercules is now trying to just save his life, trying to save his team's chances of avoiding match point. Thermite will push through the rest of dirt, and the sledge will drop from kitchen hatch. Meanwhile, the ace is dropped as well. It is now a planet attempt on the B bomb. There's a swarm inside the bomb site. Thermite is dead, but now the ace is coming, the ash is coming into Moto, but the bomb is down. It's now a post plant. Maestro will get it down, but not an out. Meanwhile, Jaeger is pushing through box 2, trying to get the kill from the AK rack. He will get 1. He will not get the second, though. It is now up to the Maestro to get the last 3 kills. Seems a very unwinnable situation for the Maestro, and it and it will be an unwinnable situation for Maestro. Drexel Gold now onto match point on their map pick of Clubhouse. One more round of this attack from Drexel, and they will win the match. Once again, UNT will try to go up to the top floor, try to salvage some more, try to make it to overtime, just so they can stay in this game. Adaptations coming out, now running the Womai, trying to stop some more of these throwables from coming in. Meanwhile, the attack is running the same old, same old. One comp per map, and that's what they like. They're going to run it over and over. If it ain't broke, don't
Attackers
fix
need
it.
to locate and defuse bombs.
I'm hoping these Banshees can do a little bit for North Texas just to try to keep them in this, because you never want to see a team get absolutely walloped, especially on stream. It's demoralizing enough for the team if they're getting whopped, but you never want to. You always want to watch a good match.
Jammer activated.
10 seconds left.
Setup looking pretty similar. You actually have, I like this Banshee in the Rafter 90 because it allows someone to know when they've pushed all the way up and they're close on this wall. So your Womai will actually be playing up here, be playing himself. I like the shotgun blasts on this wall here. It allows for a player to stay on the stairs and hold the lounge down. Remember, the Ace is already getting this lounge, this wall open rather, very quickly. Thermite once again tries to get the wall, but it is muted, so he'll have to wait for his team to go below and clear that out. Meanwhile, this Jaeger's actually on the flank, but I don't know if he's aware that he's just going to sit back inside a bar. Maybe coming up, going to shoot through the lounge wall. Nope, never mind, just shooting into lounge. Four players pushing below, trying to get this wall open. Lemonberry will actually get a shot through the wall, and Choj will get a second one. This is the best. This is the best we've seen North Texas playing on Clubhouse so far. Now, both of them took a solid amount of health. Choj down to sub 25, but as long as you have a gun in your hands, you can save a round. Thermite has managed to get the breach open, so he's just going to sit on plat and watch the cross from now. Meanwhile, Ash is going to try. She's going to open up a full rotate into the garage, trying to clear this Womai out. Maestro is watching to let the Womai know when Strike is going to push into garage. They are aware now that B4 has managed to get the garage breach open, and that there are two players pushing garage right now. Womai of Gart is patiently waiting for someone to walk into his crosshairs, but he's not getting overly aggressive. He's just simply waiting. He will get one. Will he get the second? Nothing yet. He will not get the second. Gart gets one kill, but will not get the second. B4 will trade him off. 4v2 for Drexel Gold. A round that North Texas desperately needs. All up to your hard breachers. Can they do can the hard breachers clutch out when they need them the most? Wolfmaster doing absolute God's work on this map. B4 needs to pick up the pace if he wants his team to win it out here. 18 seconds left on the clock.
15 seconds.
All the utility going out for North Texas. Hopped in the window. Now a plant. However, Wolf gets a double. It's now a 2v2. Jaeger's flanking through the garage, but I don't think they're aware. He's aware now. Does not able to get the kill on the B4. Lemonberry not in the best position. B4 is getting zapped by the evil eyes though. But now both of the players outside the plat, all they have to do is watch the bomb. Does appear Lemonberry may try to do a run out, but they may be expecting it. Oh, the ace was not ready for it, but he's ready for it the second time. All now down to Hercules. Manages to get the first kill. Can he get the clutch? He may just have to stick it. And no, B4 will clutch at the last second. That is the game for Drexel Gold. 7-2 on Club, 8-6 on Cafe. The match is theirs, 2-0. Great game coming out today from Drexel University. North Texas a little disappointing in their play today. We will have a winner's interview right after this break.
GG's, guys.
GG.
Here we go now.
Fellas, how are you doing? How are y'all doing today?
Josh, want to go first?
Oh, sure. I'm doing pretty well. I think we played that pretty well. I'm happy with the results.
Yeah, both teams put up a good fight. Made a very interesting match for everyone to watch, hopefully. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to play.
What was your mindset going into that last map, since you got to start on defense on your map choice, especially after winning a nail biter 8-6 on Cafe?
For the most part, it was just do what we practice. We had a sub come in today, so there was a little bit of like in the moment kind of planning, but just run it down, do our basics, and keep the fundamentals rolling.
That's great. Was there a certain round during the series that made y'all confident you'd win the whole game?
I don't really think there's a specific round now. I think we just kind of play it round for round. Like you said before, like it was super close on Cafe, so I think we just kind of played it round by round and kind of expected, expect the unexpected is what people like to say there.
I like that, yeah. So just kind of feel it out, make sure you're doing your thing. Don't get caught up in what they're trying to do. How are y'all feeling going into next week? Since it's a Swiss, you don't exactly know who you're going to play yet, but you'll be playing another winners match next week.
I think we're feeling pretty good. We're gonna do some work in the meantime. Get practices rolling, to shore up on some stuff that we're not too confident on, and make sure we're just down and ready to play.
I like it. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining me here in the interview so thank you so much. Congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck in your matches next week.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys as well.
Yep, thank you so much.
All right. Thank y'all for all tuning in. It was a 2-0 for Drexel Gold. I know the overlay doesn't say that yet. I hadn't had a chance to update it. But it was a 2-0, 8-6 on Cafe, 7-2 on Club. I look forward to casting some more of these matches in the future. Thank you all for coming out. Good night.